It was always raining like this here. Summer, winter, spring, fall, Christmas, 4th of July. This is what it was like here. And I didn't mind. I walked all these creeks and fished them like mad. I was a terrible fisherman, caught almost nothing. Car parts in the yard and living in trailers. Lyle, his great-grandfather, came in a covered wagon from New York in 1847. Winslow Powers and Harriet were the first white folks to homestead in the Wallowa Valley, and still cattle on the claim, on the property. About 500 acres left, and they're still running cattle around in circles. I don't know anything about running cattle. I don't even know if it's called running cattle, but they have cattle, and they probably run occasionally. And they have horses to chase the cattle with. Okay, so my grandfather leaves the ranch, builds the Grand Coulee Dam, loses most of his fingers, and moves out to the Coast Range with his wife, Inez. And they would start with the sound of the crackling fire in the wood cook stove. And my grandmother would be making coffee, cooking bacon and eggs and toast. And we would get up, Lyla and I, eat, put our boots and hats on, and just go out in the rain and fix shit all day long. Put our guns into the scabbard, and we would ride our horses over the Coast Range to the beach. On the way back, we would stop at the 101 Tavern and hitch up. Fast forward to 1989, my grandparents sell the property to these two dudes that I never met for $50,000 cash, and they told me never go onto the property, don't go near it, don't even look at it. And I was bitter about it. I'm selling the property, what the hell's going on with this? But they retired across the logging road, just directly across the dirt road.
I leave my grandma's to that quiet retirement.
I moved to New York City. I was gone for a couple of decades. My grandparents passed during that time. I have now come back. So just to look at the property, and it was abandoned. And it had a little sign on it, a weathered sign that said, warning, property of the Sheriff's Department condemned. And trees were growing out of the kitchen, and it was a little sad. Well, this whole stretch of 101 has closed or has burned down. The stores, even the Dory and the 101 Tavern, they're all closed. It's all dark and spooky. And I went up looking for the Maple Leaf Ranch sign that Grandpa and Grandma always had tacked to the front of the house. And there was a giant gaping hole in the hillside behind the house, a shipping container buried in the ground with its top half torched off. And inside that was a doorway into another shipping container and another shipping container, all buried under the mountain. It was a great big weed grow up right there on my grandparents' property. I was like, holy fuck, look at this. What the hell is this? What the hell? I was like, what the hell? I don't know why I laughed like that, but I did. This was their retirement. My grandparents retired on a golden wave of illicit gangster weed money. Yeah, fucking gold grandparents, gold Lyla and Inise. Wow. Well, what do you know, folks? You live and you learn. That's my story, and this, coming back here, feels like, what does it feel like? It feels wet. There's the river right there. You can't see it, but I'll show it to you. You want to see it? Okay, I'll show it to you. This poor boy's a long way from home. This poor boy's a long way from home.